How does that work if it was 53?
Okay, so if it's 53,000, no, because, and the reason being is very simple, right? So when we buy this way, again, like I said, the way we make our money is just based on the cash flow, right? We're not working with equity because I'm giving you, let me say technically, over retail. The reason being, if you were to list it, you're gonna pay the commissions, right? So what I'm counting on the cash flow. So the way I look at this is how much money am I bringing to the table, and comparing it to my cash flow. What is my cash on cash return on that investment? Now, with your property, I can already tell you, we're not looking to keep it as a regular rental. Dexter, how are you?
All right.
That was Christmas.
It's pretty good. How about yourself?
Awesome. Very good. Still trying to lose those calories. All right. Did some extra push-ups this morning for sure.
Yep.
No, you back to work or you off till the new year?
I'm retired military. Yeah.
Got it. Awesome, man. So she told me you guys talked, I think, and where we left off last time, you came up with 2 concerns about the property. Okay. What are those? Let me see how I can.
But she kind of addressed them.
Oh, okay. So she had, was it based on you buying your new property, etc.?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Elaborate more on that.
Okay. So what did she say so far, so I can piggyback on it?
Pretty much, they would, like, lenders would see that the debt, it was like the debt ratio and stuff, things like that.
Okay. So just so I understand, right? So your concern is the debt to income ratio. Then
Let me see. I'm thinking. I was getting ready to take a nap. Let me see. Second one was this. Making sure I think the property was getting paid, still underneath. I'm basically they're responsible.
Got it. You mean the loan, right?
Right.
Got it. Okay. She did explain that deed and title transfer, right? Which I think I even did last time too.
Yeah, you did. I was in the car at the time. So
okay. Okay, so yeah, so when we do this kind of transaction, deed and title transfer, so we own the property, so any issues like, you know, liens or whatever, like we deal with it. Obviously because we own it, right? So whoever owns the property, if there is violations and all that crap, you deal with it, right? So in terms of the debt to income ratio, when it comes, because I remember you told me it's a VA loan, correct?
Again?
You told me it's a VA loan, right?
Yeah, it is a VA loan.
Okay. Do you know roughly when you buy your new property? Is it in a year, 2 years, 3 years? Do you know? Like, do you have a slight idea?
Like when I bought it?
No, when you will buy the new property, because you're looking to buy down the line, you said, right?
Yeah, I'll be looking after a year.
After a year? Okay, perfect. Okay. So since you're looking after a year, is way easier because at that point we have a track history of us making payments where you're not responsible for, like you can actually show that, you know, you haven't been responsible for these payments for a year, right? So what we're gonna have to do on top of the purchase and sale agreement, since it's a VA loan, we're gonna have to put in place a master lease as well as an addendum. And then that master lease need to show that we gave you 2 monthly payments up front, like a tenant would, right? And then we're just making those monthly payments every single month, which can reflect the exact amount of whatever your monthly mortgage is at that point, right? So if you were buying like in 3 months, I would have structured it differently. For example, like that, I think I was giving you an example last time on how I bought a property from this guy named John. And the way I did it, because he was buying right away, I did what is called, so we bought it subject to, but we did what is called an agreement for sale. Have you ever heard of that term?
No.
Okay. That's when I buy it this same exact way, but I don't transfer deed and title yet until you buy your new property. And the reason being is because he was buying right away, so we don't have a track history of making these payments, right? Because he was buying right after close of escrow. So what we did is we didn't transfer deed and title. We literally just did the agreement for sale. And then we did the addendum, which is the master lease that was showing these exact payments that I told you. And he was able to go ahead and qualify for his new build, right? But if you buy in 1 year from now, well, obviously, I'm assuming she told you we service these payments, right? We don't even make the payments ourselves.
Second.
She did tell you we service the payments, right? We use a servicing company. We don't even make them ourselves.
Servicing the payments?
Yeah, like we pay a servicing company to make the payments. We don't pay it ourselves.
Oh, you like service it out?
Yeah. So we have, because it's not like only one property we have, right? We have multiple properties. Some of them are owned free and clear. Some of them have like 4 mortgages on them. Some of them have solar panel mortgages, you know. So in order to not have to keep up with it, we hire a servicing company, Madison Management, and we pay them like what, $17 a month on each property, and they actually make the payments every month, and they're the ones who will provide all these documentations I'm telling you about, right? I mean, the same way right now with your lender, you're not paying your lender directly. They have a servicer servicing the loan. So we do the same thing. So you don't have to chase anybody. There is, you know, somebody that is paid professionally handling the payments, right? So so at that point, they'll be able to provide this track history basically. So it's way easier since you're buying only 1 year down the line. The debt to income ratio really is not going to be an issue at all. So I don't know what was your major concern when it comes to that, or was it just because you don't understand how we structure it properly?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay, but does this make sense how we structure that?
Yeah.
Okay. And the second one you said was what happens since the loan stays on your name?
Right.
Meaning what, if we default?
Like, yeah, right.
Got it. Okay. Well, number one, I mean, if we default, so typically we put a layer of protection for you. Is basically just a performance deed. I call it it's called the deed in law foreclosure, but you have performance language in it, right? And what that performance language says is basically, let's say right now, whatever money we agree to give you at the close of escrow, then we close, we pay the closing costs, we're making the payments for a year, and then we stop. What that language says is that if we miss payments for 30 days first, so let's say on the 30th day we still haven't made a payment, the servicing company itself will reach out to you through text or whatever you prefer, right? You have to pick that communication, you know, channel that you prefer. They'll reach out and say, hey, Dexter, the people that have your loan didn't pay, we're going to charge them a 10% late fee. So they actually charge us a late fee. So on the 31st day, if we still haven't paid, that performance document actually stays in escrow. So they're holding that document. Is basically we pre-sign the deed for you, if that makes sense. So on the 31st day, if we still haven't paid, then you call them and say, hey, I want to enforce the performance deed. And all you have to do, let's say we owe you $3,000 behind, okay? For example, I'm just putting a number out there.
Gotcha.
You just fill out that document with the $3,000 and then you record it at the county and the property revert back to you. So you basically just fill our shoes again. You keep making the payments, rent it, sell it, you do whatever you want at that point, right? And the reason we put that is so that you can sleep at night knowing, number one, we have skin in the game, obviously, we're giving you money. Secondly, this is how we make money, right? We're not flipping it, we make money based on the cash flow. So we have no reasons to default, right? But again, anything can happen, maybe another pandemic or whatever can come. Or you know what I mean? So we put that so that you can sleep at night knowing your worst case scenario is you get the house back. You just keep making the payments and you do whatever you want with the property at that point. And the reason we keep it in escrow is giving this to anybody, whether you or us, gives the person too much power. So it has to stay in escrow.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how we structured that one. Was there any other concerns that you thought of?
The deal was that how long would I have to move out?
When the deal is done? Well, you're the decision maker here, right? You need to let us know what works for you. Like, we're working with your timeline. For me, here's the thing, Dexter. The major thing is knowing, okay, hey, let's say you say I'm going to move out 35 days after close of escrow. Well, at that point, we have to structure the agreement based on you moving out 35 days after close of escrow. And also, are we drafting the agreement now or after January? Because then I need to know, hey, is this property going on the books of 2023 or 2024? Does that make sense? So, but we work on your timeline. You decide, you let us know. Then we structure the deal on whatever works. We've done it in the past. Do you need some of the funds to move out, like, or no?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay. So when a seller needs the money to move out, Dexter, the way I structure is this. Let's say hypothetically, I'm just throwing a number, okay? This is not an offer. Let's say we agree we're gonna give you 10,000 upfront, okay? If you say I'm moving after we close escrow, that's fine. But then I'm only gonna give you 5,000 upfront at close of escrow, and I'm gonna hold 5 back until you vacate the property. Then the title company will release the 5,000 upon me confirming that the house is vacant. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've done it in the past where we give the seller and they're like, "Oh, I'm not moving out." Now we have to now we have to evict. You know what I mean? So, so that's up to you. You just let us know. We're working with your timeline. There's no pressure on that end.
Okay.
Is at the end of the day, you make the decisions on that end. For me, the most important thing is number one, you being comfortable with the type of transaction we're doing. This is not a cash transaction. This is almost like getting married, right? We have a long-term relationship. We're making payments every single month on your behalf. On top of that, depending if we give you all your equity or there is equity left on the table, so we're basically sending you payments every month, right? So we're married, so we have to all be on the same page as far as like what that marriage look like, and make sure there's no confusions. Everything is well explained. You fully understand that this is legal. Everything is transparent, and you're fully comfortable, right? Because otherwise, the marriage is not gonna work, right? Then I'd rather not get into it. Does that make sense? So that's the most important thing for me. As far as like the timeline, that's really you're the boss when it comes to that.
Okay. I try to be out as soon as possible.
I'm sure. Do you already have a place in mind, or you have to look?
Yeah, I got a few places I've looked at already. Right?
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. When you vacate, the property will be completely empty in terms of furniture, or are you leaving anything behind?
No, everything be out. I'll probably be the refrigerator.
Okay, everything will be out. Just the refrigerator will be out.
No, the refrigerator will stay. Dishwasher will stay.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Okay, just basically the appliances.
Yeah.
Got it. So we have to factor in furnishing basically. Okay, that's fine. Did she already walk your property? Have they seen it in person?
Say again.
Have she seen your property in person already?
She's seen the outside. She didn't come in.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. So
There's hardly any furniture in it already.
got it. So let's say if we were to, obviously, as you already know, we're gonna rent this property out. Do we have to fix anything at all?
There's like a siding, like a crack. It's a small. Well, I don't know if it's what you consider small. But it's like by the our store. There's like a siding. I don't think any rodents are in here because I had it looked at.
Okay.
And I have this Urbanex, and they haven't seen any poop up there. It's just probably like just got torn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about the only hair that I would see that was somebody would be concerned about.
Yeah.
Swimming pool, the hot tub, it works, but it leaks, and I've had it fixed or so-called fixed numerous times, but they said it was like a squirrel or something. They didn't know it was a water source, so they kept coming over there biting the plumbing under the hot tub.
Okay.
So I haven't ran it for like maybe a year, but I know it does work.
Okay. Okay. The major ticket items is recent. I'm assuming like roof, AC, electrical, all that.
Roof is good. It is some what do you call the stuff on the roof?
The shingles.
Yeah, the shingles. Some of the shingles had came off, and they put like a little cover up there until it got replaced.
Okay. Got it. Okay, sounds good. Seems like just very just cleaning basically.
Yeah.
All right, because we're probably gonna rent it to like professionals anyways, not gonna move in and out. Okay, so with that being said, what are you thinking? Is there any other type of similar offers we're competing with? Are you ready to talk about what kind of cash you want at closing? Like, what does this look like? What's the next step?
Yeah, we can talk next steps.
Okay, so let's start with money at closing, right? Because I know now I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think your equity was roughly 53,000, right? Based on the numbers you gave me on the call. So let's assume we're giving you full asking, that's 53K. So what is the cash to at close that you were thinking of, or you guys discussed? What does that look like?
So say that again.
Is it my exotic accent that can throw you off?
Yeah, I'm proud of that. My mind just goes blank.
No worries, man. I speak 4 different languages, so my tongue is twisted. No, I was saying based on your equity, I think based on the purchase price you're giving me, because like I said again, we'll give you full asking. You don't have an agent working with you, right?
No.
Okay. So if we give you full asking as based on the mortgage amount you gave me, the difference would be I think 53,000 based on my notes that I took last time we spoke. Correct?
What was that?
53,000.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Now this is based on the numbers you told me. Okay. So what does that look like? Did you guys discuss like how much you're getting at close of escrow in terms of cash to you? What does that look like?
Oh, when you say close the escrow, do I get the 53,000 or how does that work? If it was 53.
Okay, so if it's 53,000, no, because and the reason being is very simple, right? So when we buy this way, again, like I said, the way we make our money is just based on the cash flow, right? We're not working with equity because I'm giving you, let me say technically, over retail. The reason being, if you were to list it, you're gonna pay the commissions, right? So what I'm counting on the cash flow. So the way I look at this is how much money am I bringing to the table, and comparing it to my cash flow. What is my cash on cash return on that investment? Now, with your property, I can already tell you, we're not looking to keep it as a regular rental at all. So we're gonna have to come in, design this property, and then furnish it as well, fully furnish it, because we're gonna rent it to traveling professionals. And so I have to calculate the money to you, closing costs, plus, let's say for 2 months, I have to pay the mortgage with the property being vacant while it's being designed and furnished. So all of that, and then I have to see, does my cash on cash return make sense? Okay. So the 53,000, I don't know what that looks like because I haven't looked at yet. I need to get with Andrew this evening. Have you met Andrew?
No.
Okay. So Andrew is basically Chico's husband. He's my business partner. I need to meet with him to see when they're on the road, what is the potential cash flow as a midterm, and then see. But I can already tell you, I don't think we can do the whole 53. So that's why I said again, how much would you need upfront maybe, and then you carry the rest on the second position. So every single month on top of paying the mortgage, basically we'll be sending you a check on the remaining equity. Again, I cannot confirm till I sit down with them.
I see what you're saying now.
You see what I'm saying, right? Okay, so
So if it was like 53,000, I couldn't get the whole thing, but I still get it over time.
Yeah, I'll give you something upfront at closing right now. So again, I just need to know how much you need upfront right now based on what you're trying to accomplish, because you said you're gonna rent, so rent and then moving expense, all those things. So you tell me, right? And then I'll see how I can make it work. Otherwise, I'll come to you. One thing about me, Dexter, I'll be very upfront with you. I'm not gonna waste your time. If I can't do it, if anything I commit to, I'm gonna do it. If I can't, I'll tell you I can't, right? I'm not gonna waste your time at all. So you tell me, and then I'll see if I can work with that number. But I can tell you right now, based on the numbers you gave me, just glancing at it. Again, I cannot confirm right now. I cannot give you the whole 53 because then I have to, this property based on the square.
Or do I need to
What? Yeah, I'll sleep on it, you mean?
you're right.
Well, yeah, it's really, yeah. If you need to sleep on, not a problem. There's no pressure. Again, today's the 27th. I would really just love for us to come to an agreement before the 31st.
Oh yeah. This week.
Okay. So yeah, as long as just think about it, based on, I guess what your rent is going to be on. And anyway, everything you need. And then also for us tonight, I will underwrite it with Andrew. And also maybe I'll have a better idea, because right now I don't know what the cash flow they're looking at, to be honest with you. Like I have about 10 properties they put on my table that I need to follow up. I'm just the one who write the checks, and I can explain at a higher level because I've been doing this way longer than them. That's the only reason I'm on the phone with you. So yeah, think about it. Let me know what's a good time to call you back tomorrow. Let's talk about it again. You can look at me as the real estate doctor. Okay, if you walk in my office, as long as you tell me your symptoms, I have all the medications you need. I just need to know what the symptoms are. So yeah, think about it. Let me know tomorrow, and then whatever else other concerns, questions you come up with, let's make sure we drill it down. And then if we ever get into an agreement, let's make sure we all have a smile on the face.
All right. Alrighty.
All right, man. Yeah, let me know what's a good time you think I should follow up with you tomorrow.
Let's see, got an appointment at 9. I think around 11.
11 a.m.
11.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll text you around 10:30 to confirm. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dexter. I appreciate your time.
All right.
Have a good nap.
All right.
All right, man.